What's up guys, welcome to my mansion. Today I thought I would do a video tutorial on how to work the HUD. So let's just jump right in and get started here. So the first main button on the HUD that you're going to want to know about is how to draw your sword. So the button to do that is going to look like this, and you're going to click it. It's going to bring up this. Top menu is your sword. That's how you draw it. Click it, make sure you're wearing it. Also note, you only need to wear the sword, you don't need to wear the sheath. The sheath actually adds extra scripts during a fight that you don't need. And it actually might be better to not have your sword on your back at all times, because not only will you be, not as obvious when you're out and about at a sim that you're playing this fighting game, but it'll go away so you can always wear it without looking ridiculous with this huge sword on your back, but you'll still be wearing it if you need it for self-defense. Next up, this is the punch button. The punch does less damage. It only does 3% instead of 5%. So, I highly recommend to never use it unless you're at an extremely laggy sim and you're fighting somebody. You might have a better success rate punching them than trying to swing the sword. However, if you're at that much of a laggy sim, I advise to not even bother fighting there. This is the shield button. You would click that in order to try to block a hit when someone's trying to swing at you. And all my time at Necro, I haven't really seen anyone try to use the shield too much. And the reason being is because there's a slight cooldown in between each blocks. And when you're blocking, you have to time it just perfectly in order to block a hit. And it's extremely hard when you factor in sim lag. So most of the players in the game don't use it. You'll see them still wearing the shield, and I think it's because there's a lot of cool ones the game creator makes. It's like a cool aesthetic. You can wear the shield. Looks awesome, but realistically I've never really seen too many people even try to block hits. Alright. Next up, we're going to want to close this menu, so you can click that button. It makes it go away. You can hit the right arrow. It's going to bring you to this button. Click that. It's going to bring up the 4 cards that are on your hotbar here for cards during a battle. And in order to see all the cards that you have, that you own, you're going to hit the scroll. And it's going to bring up this huge window right here. And this is where you're going to be able to switch out cards, and you can also see what they all do from here as well. So, let's click this one, Vampire Aura. We can click that, and we can hit Use. And we can pick where we want it to go. So I'm going to hit 1. And then it shows up here on your 4 card hotbar slot during a fight. You're going to have to do this the long way during a battle. If you want to like suddenly use a card that isn't in your hotbar, you're going to have to kind of run away from the crowd if you can. Quickly open this, click the card, hit Use, pick your slot, and close everything really quick during the fight, which is a little tedious, but you know, it can be done with practice. If you want to see what the cards do, you can click 1, hit Inspection. It shows up in local what it does, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's get rid of this box here. Let's hit that, and then hit this button again, it'll make these go away. Next button here, we have Necrosis, which I'm going to skip over for right now, and I'm going to do that last, and you'll understand later why. Next up, if you hit the arrow, you're going to see like a heart. This is the feeding button, okay? So I'm going to show you really quick how to do that. I'm going to go to a random sim here. And in order to feed properly, you need to target a human, a non-necro player, by hitting the eyeball. This is how you're going to target somebody that you're fighting in the game as well, but for feeding purposes. Go to a sim, hit this button, pick a random person. If it that'd be great. Okay, now they're going to show up on the right hand side here, and you are going to have to stand really close to them. Okay, so we're going to get real close to this girl here. And I don't know why it's not letting me. Alright, we're not going to use that girl. Let's go over to this guy. Cold Smoke. We're going to have to get real close to him, like up his ass. Alright. And then you have to be facing them. And you can't just click once. It doesn't work. You have to hold down the button. Like so. You have to hold it down. It's not working because I'm already full. But you would hold the button down, and it will feed. And that's how you feed in Necro, okay? And let's go back to my house here. Welcome back to my house. We're in my kitchen right now. So next up, I'm going to teach you how to scan other players and yourself. You have to click this parchment paper stuff down here, okay? And when you click that, a blue box pops up. You click who you want to scan. I'm going to scan myself right now. And it shows up right here. And it's going to show you all the info that you need. Species, name, partner, experience, blood, kingdom, covenant, title, master, liege, elder, and followers. Okay, and if you click it, boom, it shows up in local for you. You can close this and get it out of the way, and you can just look at local here. And that's how you scan people. And remember, this is the button that you also click when you want to target an enemy, and if you get more than 20 meters away, the target drops, and you have to retarget them, or you'll be swinging at nothing. Okay, next up, we are going to click this. Click the red bar. Your health shows up in local, so you can track your health during a fight. Extremely useful. Same with mana. You click it, shows up in local. Click the skull. And it's going to bring up this window right here, and you can see all your little medals that you've gained in the game from gathering experience points. Just a little added little bonus here. It's a little cute, super cute. I wish they would add more medals here for you to earn, but this is what we have currently. And this down here is really important. So when you're out playing the game and dominating lands, you go to a land domination and somebody drops a card. And you have to stay 7 minutes in order to get the land card. And when you gather 100 across your entire kingdom, it'll say 100 right here. And then your elder or your sub-elder turns it in, and they get everyone kingdom-wide, and your kingdom will get 10 experience points. Okay? When they do that, it goes back to 0, and you start again. Alright? And in order to drop a card, you have to pull up the card menu, and this is the button that you would click. If you're a new player, you need 10 experience points before you can drop a card, as well before you can even see any land dominations that are happening by other kingdoms in the game. So, you can gather experience points doing several different things here. You get a small daily experience gain just from being alive in the game. You also get extra experience points just for having a partner in the game, so I highly advise partnering someone. And you also get experience points from killing other players. You get 5% per time, for every time that you kill someone. Probably the easiest way that you can gain experience points is through necrosis. So, let me show you what necrosis does. Alright folks, welcome back. So necrosis here. You click this book and it opens up this menu here. And this is very, very important, so pay attention. Alright, so depending on what species you are, you're going to experience necrosis 2 times per week. And it's going to happen on one day, those 2 times. So, if you're a vampire, necrosis happens Mondays, 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. SLT, as well as 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. SLT. If you are a lichen, it's going to happen Wednesdays, 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m., 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. SLT. If you are a demon, it happens Fridays, 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m., 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. SLT. During this time frame, you have to go into an altar. Otherwise, necrosis will kill you extremely swiftly. The game HUD will just start draining your health like crazy, and you will die in a matter of a couple minutes. So, you have to get an altar. You can get it on the marketplace, on the game creator's store for free. Or you can go to your kingdom's altars and sit in the altar. You have to get in early. If you get in even a second after the clock strikes 12 or 8, guess what? You're not going to get a prize from doing it at the end of it. You won't die if you get in late, but you're not going to get a prize from it. So how the prize system works is, if you got on early, you stayed the full 30 minutes, you did not crash, you did not get up, and you did not get on late. What will happen, unless it glitches, of course, is you will get an alchemy item, and it's going to show up here. And when you get 3, so you can do on your necrosis day, if you do both of them, you'll get 2. And then you'll have to wait till next week to get the last one. Once you collect 3, you can turn it in for 5%, 5 experience points. Okay, so this is probably the easiest way that you can farm XP in the beginning when you're new and you don't know how to fight and you're learning. And this side of the book, kind of useless as far as I have seen so far. It just shows up and starts blinking and counts down the time until necrosis is over. That's what this side is about here. Lycan, vampire, demon. And so that's what this site is about. Last thing I wanted to mention is the settings options here. So when you click that, it's going to show up with a few buttons here. You're not going to see this unless you're in leadership. You're going to see Ascent and Alternative. Ascent is where you turn new players into the game. Alternative is where you can set your gender, you can set your partner, you can change your liege, you can leave the kingdom. And this is where you also go invulnerable. It goes on for 2 hours. There's no way to undo it during that duration. There's a cooldown in between uses, so use it wisely. And the undying invulnerability is great for, like, you know, if you're working at a club, if you're shopping, you don't want to be bothered. You can pop on undying, and that will make you invulnerable in the game for 2 hours. Last thing I wanted to mention is when you're not using the game HUD and you want to get it out of the way, click this button down here. Boom, it minimizes. Really useful. So that's the basics of the HUD, you guys. Any questions, feel free to hit me up, and I am here for you. I am not scary, I promise. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Welcome to Necro. I hope you're having fun so far. I'll see everyone soon.